suspicious, Pete.
That's always looking. Hey, what's up, man?
How are you guys?
Good. How are you? What am I?
I know I said.
How you doing, man?
Good. Good to see you guys. Yeah, just go to the right.
Sure. Okay. Whenever I would talk or I would tell stories or whatever, you know, that were designed to help people, it helped me to realize that somebody right now may not be going through something similar in terms of the cancer situation or whatever, but somebody is going through something and in need of what you're going to say, and like God's prepared you to be the answer that they've been praying for. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's cool to think like somebody you may never meet or have any interaction with is going to receive something from what you're about to say that's going to be what they've been needing. You went to the doctor that night, which was the 13th. What'd they say? Tell me about that visit.
So they took me back to like the x-ray room, and so like I was like standing at that little x-ray machine, and the lady like through the screen was like, you know, like, what are you in here for? Because I guess like the pictures had already came back, and I was like, chest pains, and like I just like saw her like give a look to the other x-ray guy, and like my heart like kind of dropped because like I didn't know like what she was gonna say. Like I was nervous about it, like something was wrong. So I didn't know what was gonna go on. They transferred us over to Cook's, and then we did a CT scan there, and then they told my parents, and then they came in and told me.
So about a couple days?
No, it was the same day.
Oh, same day.
Mm-hmm.
Man, wow. So whenever you heard that it's cancer, how did you feel?
Well, I don't think at first like they ever used that word. They were just like, you know, like you're sick, like, you know, like something's wrong, like stuff like that. So like it like took me a few days to realize that it was cancer. It was like they're gonna do chemo, so it was like, Mom, is this like cancer?
Were you scared?
Not really. Like I knew I was gonna be okay, but also like I didn't know what was gonna happen. Like of course I was sad about losing my hair, but that's about it.
Of course.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty incredible that you didn't feel scared, you know? I mean, I'm 27 and I feel like if I heard, you know, I've got cancer, I'm probably pretty scared. Did you think anything about like, how does this affect my life? Like what does this look like for my future? Any of those thoughts?
I was more like focusing on like, how am I gonna like, you know, tell my friends and stuff and like my family.
Yeah. So from a parent's perspective, like, how was that for you and Scott?
It was definitely overwhelming. You know, it was difficult to process to begin with. But, you know, we knew we served a big God and we had our faith. Her name is Emma Faith for that reason. So we, you know, all the pastors came, prayed over her, and we started that journey. You know, we can do this. We're going to fight with you, Emma.
So I got out of the hospital a few weeks later, and I had already done like one round of chemo. And so then all my family was in town because they just stayed in town after my grandpa's funeral. And so we went to the lake house, and once we got to the lake house, that's when my hair started falling out. And then once we got home from the lake house, I shaved my head, and my brothers shaved their head too.
Oh. What have you learned about God, and what have you learned about yourself? So, if you were to answer that question, obviously it's kind of just fresh on your mind, but like, during this whole almost 2-year process, what do you feel like you've learned about God?
Like, I felt more of his presence, like, in the past 2 years, like, than I have before. And, like, he's been there more. Well, he's always been there, but, like, I've, like, talked to him more, like, engaged with him more, because, like, before, like, I knew he was there, like, I, like, could feel his presence always, but I never, like, engaged with him or anything.
Yeah.
So, you know, I was praying about her situation and everything, and he's, you know, I remember him telling me, like, what's her name? And I was like, it's Emma Faith. And he was like, well, what does Emma mean? And so I was like, I don't remember. And so I went and looked it up, and it means complete wholeness. And so, you know, he was telling me, like, you need to have whole, complete faith in me, to heal your daughter.
It's just a matter of time before she experiences wholeness. So we proclaim wholeness and we declare victory in her room, victory in her heart, victory in her body, wholeness in her body, God, and peace in her mind. God, wash her with your peace. Holy Spirit, fill her room with comfort. Pray this is the best day she's ever had. On what the world would say is a scary, disturbing day, I pray that you would say it's the best day she's ever had. Thank you for her. Heal her. In Jesus' name, we love you.
What's one thing that you would say to somebody that's your age group, or maybe even not your age group, but just period, that's struggling to maybe find some encouragement?
I think I would say, like, don't lose faith in God. Don't lose hope.
Yeah, no matter what, huh?
Trust in Him.
Yeah.